over here.
Oh, that's right. All right. We
Well,
7 seconds in.
since we in, let me go on and say that once again we are live at 5 something/7 something central from the PiranhaPond. What's up, everybody? I hope everybody had a cool weekend. I want to welcome you back into the pond. I'm illustrious host, Kingfish Matt, director of Parks and Recs. I just love that fucking shit.
Yes, sir.
Joined as usual by the Piranhas in the Pond -1. To the left of me, or to the right of me, never out of sight of me, is my boy, Mr. Frankly Non-Flyer. What's up with you, bad boy?
What it do, fellas, man? I'm in this bitch, ready to be in this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I heard the fuck out of that. Also in the pond, bring the dope insights. My young brother,
Allegedly.
Mr. Nick Nass. What's happening with you, baby?
Man, it's out here riding up and down the coast, man, clearing my mind, Had to pull
Heard
over and
that.
jump in this little thing.
Happy
Life
you was able to
changes,
make it,
baby.
man. You was there. Happy you was
Oh
able to make
yeah.
it.
Real
You know what
spill.
I'm saying? Yeah. I
Keep
don't be
missing the
trying.
mermaid, man. You know what I'm saying? We keep missing the mermaid. Hubby, you know how filthy the pond has been?
Yeah, Friday was out of woo. I need to
Trying to
bounce
say.
back off there.
So let me send an official shout out, Piranha Pond shout out, Mermaid, my beautiful cousin, Miss Nick Mo.
Hey,
Looking forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Do
Jason
your
Lee.
thing, stay safe on that road, wherever you're at. And holla. Love you. So what's been going on with you cats this weekend?
Oh,
Oh
man.
man. The same. Like, oh man. Man, try to pay the start trying to stay afloat and having a lot of hope, you know what I'm saying? But taking the hope out of it and making it actually happen, you know what I'm saying? Caught a couple of disturbing little news feeds, man. Little Austin, Texas, you know what I'm saying? Little mass shooting. Did the most
Well,
outrageous thing. It's the little boy, man,
well,
that the,
well
the,
look,
the dude shot.
before we get into anything heavy, while I'm trying to keep things afloat, send a shout out to my boy. I know you was trying to keep things afloat this weekend too, wasn't you, Frank?
Yeah, man. I'm saying, nah, I think I'm taking it with the Dolphins. I wish we could capsize so I could be like, we going to Miami, y'all grab a fin, a dorsal fin. Then we'd all took off down the coast. Nah, but yeah, anniversary, boat ride,
Send a
kids,
shout
pretty
out to my
dope.
boy. Happy anniversary
Yeah,
to you. Happy
one's
Happy
anniversary,
anniversary.
Mimi.
Woo.
And happy anniversary to my nephew and niece. How about that?
Yeah, because
Oh
they were
yeah.
soul in the building.
Yes, they
That's what I'm
was.
talking about.
That shit was dope though. We seen like a bunch of fucking dolphins, like a lot. Like I didn't even
What
know they hung out like that on the coast.
Oh yeah.
y'all had went to Catalina Islands?
Whales too.
Mm-mm. It's a 2-hour boat ride from Long Beach Aquarium, where the aquarium is, in Long Beach Harbor or whatever the fuck I
Oh
guess
yeah,
that
yeah.
is. Out of the pipe, by the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was something breezes. The something breeze cruise line, man. And they do tour line, and they did a 2-hour off the coast where all the dolphins be. Looking for
Oh yeah,
dolphins and whales. We didn't see no whales. A couple people said they seen tails and shit, but I didn't see no tails. Seen a
yeah,
bunch of dolphins though. I seen big dolphins, little dolphins, baby dolphins, teenage dolphins,
yeah,
couples,
yeah.
flocks. I don't know if
Well,
dolphins flock, but if they do,
That's
niggas
they
seen them
fly.
too.
the
They
epitome
That's
of
what happened.
the epitome of Frank non-flyer, huh? You just didn't
A
wasn't a flying
Dolphin
fish.
fan, man, right? You know what I'm saying? I was
Look,
trying to get
Miami
me a bid
Dolphins
to
fan.
Miami. They looked like that's where they was going. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go
And
with them.
catch.
Like, take me, get you. Hey, but they were dope though, man. This shit was crazy. I ain't never seen like they had little actual like small ones, probably like size of a cool tuna or some shit. Now, cause
Oh
tunas
yeah.
get big, but they had some small ones, man. Like cool, like this big, like foot, maybe a foot and a half or something. Like it's the baby little fucking babies.
Yeah, you see any barracudas out there? Them fish that like swim
Nah,
real fast?
I was looking for the piranhas, man, but the dolphins wouldn't let them fuck with
That's
me.
right.
Yeah,
You
wouldn't
got
fuck
to
with
get
me.
in the water, get nibbled on by the piranha.
Right,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
the boats ain't gonna help.
Like I'm your brother, piranhas.
So, like,
You know what I'm
oh, you
saying?
know him. What it do?
Right.
Yeah. So
Love the show. Love what you guys are doing.
oh yeah, and the thing is, I was kind of, just clearing my mind, man. So everybody who out there wondering, what I'm saying, in my section over here, what I'm saying, I didn't, I was in a place where there was no signals and stuff, man. But I was just checking out the ocean, man. Just, what I'm saying, enjoying God's good earth, man. What I'm saying, try to, you know, go on to a lot more stuff, man. I got to go a couple of more little appointments and stuff, man, and get this under control. You know what I'm saying? So working, getting a good mindset, man, up to getting more healthier. That's my whole thing. So excuse me, y'all, if I was out of
Mental
bounds
health
like
is
I normally
important,
is.
brother.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm normally am. So good thing Matt didn't call me. He be like, answer the goddamn phone. You just
Oh,
looking at me
yeah, I've been on your head.
But no, for real,
Definitely been on your head.
I had no signals, man. This little place called the Big Lagoon, man. It's all pretty in Trinidad. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty nice. So what we
wait,
getting into today, guy?
you in Trinidad?
Not Trinidad. I'm talking about it's a place up in
I was about to say, nigga,
California, like going towards
hold
yeah,
up.
going up to Oregon. You know what I'm
I
saying?
said,
So it's a nice
nigga,
little
how the hell
ride.
you get to Trinidad? Didn't tell
Yeah, you
nobody.
never know. Never know, man. It might be
That's
my little
crazy.
next bounce back thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Man,
Next
Puerto
bounce
Rico or
back.
somewhere, huh? That'd
yeah.
be nice though.
I'll go see my cousin Demi in the DR. You know what I'm saying? I heard Demi's out that way.
Yeah, the Dominican is nice. I heard that was dope too. I heard you get robbed quick as shit in the Dominican though. They got to be on this gangster shit.
Oh
As
yeah.
a tourist, nigga. I heard they'll get a nigga in the Dominican.
Allegedly, I might have that attribute. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's hilarious.
So what we get into today, fellas?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of, running behind, behind any knowledge of what's going on. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm just here so y'all can do your thing. What y'all want to talk about? What's going on in the news? What's going on in Black culture right now?
Oh man. So the one thing that was really outrageous was this guy that, what I'm saying, blapped at this little kid, hit him in the arm, man. Seen this little news story the other day, was Saturday. The guy tried to hit with a sledgehammer, went back in the house, grabbed the little blinker, man, and shot the little kid in the arm, man. You know what I'm saying? And and they let him out on a $10,000 bail. When I was like, oh no. Right there, if that happened in our community, you know what I'm saying, nobody was so-called protesters, but just to be honest with you, if you try to, bring harm to my family or son or whatever, you know what I'm saying, it has to be some no longer. I say that allegedly, so that's one of the big things.
So he blapped at somebody else and hit the kid?
No, he
Or he
blapped
blapped?
at the kid, the 6-year-old kid. Like if the little
What the
kid
fuck
bike
is he
was
shooting at the
in
kids for?
in the yard, I guess the little boy took his bike, but I guess previous. So I don't want to get the story mixed up, but I'm just fast tracking it, right? Because I was so upset, my kind of like went kind of black a little bit, right? That it's his neighbor, little 6-year-old boy. Was a group of kids playing outside. The little boy left the bike in the yard. So the guy tried to chase him off at first with the sledgehammer. On a news report, the little boy said, "I was too fast for that." So he went in the house, grabbed his piece, shot through the window, hit the little boy in the arm. The report said, the doctor said, if it would have been to the left or to the right a little bit more, it probably would have been a fatal shot. He got arraigned, went to the judge. The judge set his bail at $10,000. If I'm correct, $10,000 bail, that means it's $1,000 to get out.
So let me ask you this: was the little kid black?
Yep. Daddy black. And the guy was Asian.
Wow, wait. So can we get like $76 billion for black hate? Because it's some bullshit. Asian motherfuckers shoot a black dude, and now all of a sudden we got Asian hate paperwork passed and shit. Nigga, what the
A
fuck?
kid.
Hey, we got to put in a petition on some
But
bullshit. We need to
the
be
dad was,
protected around this bitch.
yeah,
Asians
then the
hating
dad,
us.
yeah. So the dad was like on the phone, so I don't know what was going on or whatever. And I'm like, dude, if you try to get at my little dude, man, if I gotta like lose my life for a young kid, you know what I'm saying? That's mine.
See, you
I'm
know what I'm
sure,
saying?
you know what I'm saying? I'm sure I would have been like on the news. Like if it was reversed, you know what I'm saying? Would it be a big ass story?
Oh, nah,
So
because they gave you a $7 billion bail, though.
that's attempted murder. That is premeditated
On a
attempted murder.
child, though, right? At the very least, nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the
But the thing is,
craziest shit ever.
this kid is innocent playing outside in the yard, outside. You know what I'm saying? So how in the world, Judge, what was you thinking? This is child abuse at its finest, right? You consciously got you, so you can't say it was an excuse or whatever, or you was just angry. Well, what make you that angry for kids playing outside in your yard? That's
And
no
he only
different.
6. What the fuck he gonna do to you? Throw a rock at you, nigga?
But
Then
at
you get a
first,
slingshot and show him how to do it. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you gonna get a piece for? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy as
man,
fuck. The
he
total
got a little
disregard
man
for
with
life. Not only that, though, the fact that he was a little black kid and all these motherfuckers crying about some Asian hate shit is ridiculous to me.
yeah, and
And you see the shit. You see the shit right here. They only gave him a $10,000 bill.
that's what
Right.
I'm talking about. After
The
that, I
fuck?
went blank. I went blank, man. I was like, you know what? Y'all start telling me about this internet and getting into this platform and stuff like that, but it truly gave me I don't even know where migraine headaches are, right? I was just so like I was actually mouth breathing like what? Like nobody did nothing. Nobody did nothing. I'm saying even if you went to the county jail, right? I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to go after violence, but man, it
You
would have
don't
had
have
to
to go
been some
after violence
retribution.
as a protest, nigga. You don't have to
Right.
be violent to protest, nigga. That's
But
some
I'm like,
bullshit.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, dude gotta go. He cannot move in no community at all. You know what I'm saying? This dude really has to, and
He better move his ass to Chinatown, Koreatown, or
so
one of them towns. This could be a
you know what I'm saying?
situation.
So hopefully that the universe, God looks after his soul.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, you know what I'm saying? So I think he would have just been on a,
But the
you know what
little
I'm saying,
boy
a
didn't
fast
live,
trip.
though, right?
Yeah, but it like,
Oh, nigga. That's crazy.
yeah,
That little boy
you know
gonna
what I'm
grow up
saying?
and get his revenge. He gonna be practicing this shit. He gonna be training. It's gonna be like a whole 80s montage.
Yeah, you
Bro,
know what I'm
man gonna
saying?
put
And
the Rambo band on the head when he about 16. Nigga,
yeah.
he done practiced all the arts. He gonna go after that dude.
So
That
how
is so
is it,
fucking
right?
crazy.
So how is it that the DA, you know what I'm saying? So can I lay blame to the DA and the judge? Because it's like this is so I don't even want to use a big word, egregious, right? It's so against
How you gonna
every
not want to
fucking
use it but use it anyway?
but I'm just saying that is so much of a community violation because nobody's with this guy in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like you need to be locked away for life. You know, like really. And then the other story, so
Hold on,
this
before you
right,
get to the other story, because this is slightly off topic, but what the hell is you eating, man? You made that look good. What was that?
po' boy sandwich.
Chicken strips, Raising
Oh,
Cane bullshit.
okay.
Quickest
Thought
thing
it,
I can get through.
Yeah.
I thought it was something else, like something actually
So
good.
so then the other story yesterday was that it's the same day. So I was like, man, let me kind of decompress after this. Then the most outrageous story of the century, where it's gonna be told forever. Two Caucasian kids escaped from a foster home, broke into somebody's house. Dude was strapped up with oh my god stuff, right? AK-47, all the rest of this shotgun, right? They get at the police, like for real, like a small assault, right? On a little news feed, my internet was kind of going, you know what I'm saying, off and on, right? So you actually heard the cop say, you know what, don't try to antagonize them. They're gonna run out of ammo, you know, and they're gonna come out safe after they finish shooting. I'm like, wow, these two little
Wow.
kids is getting at the police, no SWAT team, no nothing, you know what I'm saying? And they fully unloaded. The dad came up to it, they got at him in his car. Like, boom, it's riddled with bullet holes. They go to the police station. Oh, this little innocent young man, this little kid, I think they was like 12 years old or some other shit, right? Like, and it's like, oh, he's like the baby face. Then they sensationalized, like, oh, there was like a little Bonnie and Clyde. I'm like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Did my brother get killed by backing up a car in the driveway and they went to the dome? And you got
Yeah.
people, active shooters in the house that escaped from the
Lighting
thing.
your asses up though.
But I'm saying it was worse than a shootout than the Hollywood bank robbery.
Nah,
It was active.
I don't think, nah, nigga,
Got in the house, hands
nigga,
up, took it to the station. He was
that
like,
Hollywood bank robbery shit was some pure unadulterated nigga. We finna go down in
no,
history.
dude.
It wasn't nothing about no money. Them niggas was there purely and unadulteratedly to shoot it out with the cops, nigga. That's it, nigga.
So look,
Them niggas did
these young
that,
kids, this boy and this girl, right, was actually at the cops like they wanted to die. They had enough bullets to go, and then they showed the little young dude on camera. He's a minor, for real. And I'm like, man, this internet thing is throwing me for a loop. Is this staged though? Is this one of the what you call that? What was that thing? The Manchurian candidate, whatever. But the police is clearly on tape saying, "All right, y'all just back up, let him shoot it out." You know what I'm saying? Don't kill him. And I'm like, wow. It was in Oakland, Sacramento, running in the yard, getting killed in their mama backyard, all this shit. So I'm like, what is the world coming to?
You can't
We
see
can't
it?
hear it.
Yeah, we can see it, but we can't hear it.
I shared the sound and ain't no sound coming out.
Oh, okay. So that's why I got the subtitles.
Look at that. They got the helicopter and everything out there. Wow, dude.
Oh, here you go.
10-4, they're shooting at me.
At one point in the 9-minute edited video, Maxwell, with his gun drawn, mutters
footage of a wild shootout between deputies and a boy and girl. The Volusia County Sheriff's Office says the children shot at the deputies for more than half an hour Tuesday night before the deputies returned fire. Manuel Bojorquez has more on this story, and we do warn you, the video is disturbing.
Getting at him.
Shooting out the rear window toward my direction. Stand by.
That's Sergeant Donnie Maxwell taking cover behind a tree. He's taking fire from a 12-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl from inside the house. Police say the two children had fled from a juvenile home northeast of Orlando and broken into this unattended house, finding several large firearms. When police arrived, the children opened fire.
Put the gun down now!
You're not taking me alive, coppers!
Fuck,
come and get me!
But hey,
Come and get me, coppers!
10-4, they're shooting at me.
At one point in the 9-minute edited video, Maxwell, with his gun drawn, mutters to himself, appearing to pray for a peaceful outcome.
Don't let me do this. Don't do this.
More than 30 minutes into the
All of a
standoff,
sudden, the
aerial
man.
then appeared to capture police.
They
Opening
was little
fire.
black kids. That
The
motherfucker
flashing
like, Lord,
dots are
guide
the
my
bullets
hand.
coming from the officers assembled behind the tree.
May my aim
Police
be
say they
true.
started shooting, striking the girl and wounding her after she came outside pointing a shotgun at the officers.
A
The
shotgun.
12-year-old boy who had been carrying an AK-47 surrenders, and the officers rushed to administer first aid to the girl.
Hey,
Wow.
it's funny as fuck how they can all of a sudden find legs.
None
to
of the
shoot,
officers
nigga.
were injured despite having multiple rounds fired at them, but the female suspect was transported to a local hospital where she underwent surgery and in stable condition. In a statement, the juvenile facility where the children were staying said, "These children are in desperate need of care in the appropriate setting, which is a higher level of care than we provide." For CBS This Morning, Manuel Bojorquez, Miami.
Well,
Exactly.
I guess they needed less care than getting shot in the back.
Like
Wow,
I said,
dog.
hey, I don't know what the hell they trying to push on your TV, but they ain't paying for it. So, hey,
Right.
Shaking
yeah,
my
it's funny
head,
all
dog.
of a sudden how they can fucking find legs and shit to shoot.
No, but she came out with a shotgun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now it's fucking funny. All of a sudden they can find legs and shit to shoot. As it had been anybody of color, it'd have been a headshot. The motherfucker been gone.
Right? So we just add up all the stuff. So like add it up, right? The little kid that was in the park, 10 seconds they rolled up and blapped him, and he had a toy gun. No shots fired, nothing. Right? So add it all up to this point, right? That what is it that makes our community more from a fist, right? Or saying that he knocked my gun out, he grabbed my taser, to where somebody blapping at you for 30 minutes and you get to walk out the house with a shotgun and get shot in the leg.
And you got
You know what I'm
police
saying?
praying that they don't have to do this.
But
You
even
know
the
what I'm
little homegirl with the knife, right? His life wasn't in danger. These dudes was actually getting shot at. Bullets was going.
Right.
That messed up sound. You know what I'm saying? That's a testament on the cop. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wow. Like, really? So can we actually, you know what I'm saying? What can we do now? Legislation, whatever. So is all that shit out the window now, guys?
Again, which goes back to, I think I remember a couple shows ago. Nigga, I bet you that was slow. All that noise for nothing. Anyway, a couple shows ago, we were talking about local politics. All of that shit is where that shit is ran. So we gotta mobilize, man. Motherfuckers gotta fucking consolidate and mobilize and make some motherfucking actions, man. Police can only be ran by us if we're taking the action.
But so this is where I said, right? We all know it's Florida from this the Zimmerman case, right? So stand your ground, right?
That's how they gonna get
So
off. They gonna say they were standing their ground and they white.
so the whole thing is, right?
They always standing some ground against us.
Right.
So my thing is, so should we even invest our mental or even have the conversation, you know, with all these different states that's not gonna ban guns, not gonna actually change legislation, you know what I'm saying, where it benefits everybody. So these two incidents right here saying, well, I really don't believe, you know what I'm saying, in this whole we're gonna change anything because nobody from this day forward can actually bring up the argument about that the police is not against us. Period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a blatant slap in the face. How are we gonna survive when the chips are stacked against us? Period. You know what I'm saying? Pond. People chime in. I don't know if I'm going too far or not, but my heart actually aches, man, because so many lives been lost for less than that. You know what I'm saying? And this was the most, you know what I'm saying?
See, I don't want to say it to make it seem like they should have shot them little kids up and no shit like that.
Right.
What I'm
That's what I
saying
was just
is,
about to say.
right, don't ever get that twisted. I think life is
Yeah.
precious than anything, no matter whose it is. That ain't the point. The point is, we deserve that same
consideration and care when
there
it's
you
time to
go.
arrest our ass. Goddamn.
There you go. Same damn consideration.
Yeah, because they got everything, like you said, it was no lives lost, right? It's a beautiful thing. But they got enough stuff to protect themselves, squad cars or whatever. So every shooting that goes on between civilians and a police officer, now they need to make a law say everybody should get the same treatment.
Yep, mandatory come out alive unless they kill themselves. They gotta
You
do the
know,
same
so
shit. Just kick
you know,
back.
Allegedly.
Just kick
Allegedly.
back.
yeah,
Yeah, just kick back and let them shoot themselves out. We'll get them when they out
yeah,
of ammo. That
they're gonna
should
run
be
out of
every
ammo.
situation then. That should be law then, nigga.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
you know, because and the thing is, right, like on a level where I heard about scenarios or I read a book on it through training, right? They still didn't have no cover because the other youth was in the house undercover, and you don't know if he ran out of bullets to assist aid. The fire department shouldn't have went in. No ammo left there. This kid is still not secure in the house. So they put their safety to the side to save some person that was actually trying to take their lives. Once you fire a gun, they're trying to take your lives. So right there, the argument for that point, right, is you can't explain yourself out of it. You can't. I don't know. So thank you for the comments.
Right.
You know
I
what I'm
mean
saying?
that too, but at the same time, life is precious regardless.
Yeah.
Love the people, man.
Especially when you're talking
People
about the babies.
right. People are good, man. Just some people just stupid as shit. Stupid as shit. Dude
So
stupid as shit.
so are they career criminals now? or they
Yeah, nigga, they the new Bonnie and Clyde. Ain't that what they said?
yeah. And I'm like, sensationalizing that part is really, you know what I'm saying, off the chain. You know what I'm saying? But then to hold nothing back, they actually put the little dude face on TV in the interrogation room. And they like, oh, he looks so innocent. I'm like, what? He looks so innocent. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was
What about
just
Philando? What about
pop at the cops if they happen to stop. Nigga.
you know what I'm saying? What about the guy who grabbed the taser? You know, what about the little dude that they ran up in the park and shot? What about
The lady who house
Brown?
they ran in and killed her, nigga. That was the craziest shit in the
Oh
world.
yeah,
When I
no,
heard
but it
that.
was
How the
No,
fuck
it
you
looked
gonna
like
come in
big
my
grown
house
ass fucking
and kill me? They get my house.
predator.
What the
You
fuck?
know,
I'm
you know
in
what
here
I'm saying?
sleeping
niggas.
shit.
They black.
That's crazy.
Just like
They
the
look
girl
like a threat to the safety and well-being of the person that was ready to shoot yesterday.
you know what I'm saying? Then what about the
I'll be
one
looking
lady
that
that
way
was playing
sometime.
video
No, look,
games?
watch this. Watch this. Look.
You
I was just like that, did that? I was just ready to take everything down. You know what I'm saying?
know what I'm saying? With
That's
his
how
little
me I
Justin
look.
Bieber haircut. You got to find a video when he was sitting in the interrogation room. I think everybody needs to see that if they haven't seen it already. Matt,
But I
you know
mean,
what I'm saying?
along with the same crimes as everybody else, man, police and justice reform need to be had. But up until then, I'm sure, you know, with the way that they doing, what the hell they doing, that again, people gonna start pushing back. We gonna
Yeah.
start hitting them stories on the news. Then what's gonna
So
be the fucking cry and complaint?
do anybody know if Florida is a liberal state, a liberal, I don't even know how to say it.
Liberal
Liberal state. You know what I'm saying?
Liberian girl. Oh.
It
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I
I
could.
know they are the home of the Miami Dolphins, though.
Oh
Shout out to
yeah.
my Dolphins. I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because like even like this, right? Remember the first 48, what you call that? The pork and beans, all that. If there was in the pork and beans,
Oh, the
right?
pork and bean section
Yeah, if there was in the pork and bean and
or
they got
district or
blacked out
whatever.
like that, was the whole state getting shut down? You know what I'm saying? The whole everywhere getting shut down. If somebody was, getting at the police out of the house, you know what I'm saying? Would they make everybody stay indoors? You know what I'm saying? Well, just like the one, like you said, when the police got at dude in the BMW, right? And their weapon went through the walls and put safety. You know what I'm saying? Are they gonna get charged with attempted murder for all the neighbors where they were shooting at? You know what I'm saying? Everything going to run because it takes a lot to stop an AK-47 bullet. A cement block can't even stop that. So what is the after damage? How many other people was affected by this one shooting? But then going back to the Texas, Austin, Texas was a mass shooting. So to me that was worse than the school shooting and all the rest of that stuff. So, but let me not go on too much because I'm getting all extra excited about this. Because I'm
Hey,
like,
but let me ask y'all this. When's the last time when you were 12 and 14 and you thought about having a shootout with the cops?
never.
Okay, so what the fuck is wrong with these parents then?
I'm
Like, I mean,
saying,
seriously, man. Like, how
You
does
know, they don't be respecting their parents nowhere. They talk crazy shit to their mamas and all that.
but
that's
I'm
just
saying they
crazy,
already in
bro.
this, and that's a good point you bring up, Frank. They already in the system as far as juvenile, so they thought they were just gonna go up and get, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As they say, they always want to use the excuse Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? And who actually taught him? Because he had to know how to reload the AK-47. It's not easy for 12-year-old hands. You know what I'm saying? And then, now this is the
The
messed
girl
up part,
probably
right?
did it.
So
She was
the
14.
messed up part, right? It's like, are they gonna? Is the homeowners gonna be responsible for new kids breaking inside their house and
The
their guns
charges
once
he's
this occur?
facing. Many news outlets have decided to show his face,
There we
even
go.
though he's a minor,
Wow.
because of the seriousness of the incident and the charges.
Really?
Les Trump
Nigga?
reports.
He looks like
Oh,
be in the
wow.
principal's
Not the
office for
little
some
boy
silly
lost.
prank at school. But this
Wow, talking about
12-year-old
because of the
is in
seriousness,
huge
nigga.
trouble with the law.
Talking
You're
about
also
the
charged
seriousness,
with
nigga. They trying to
attempted
get fucking
first-degree
sympathy for that
murder of a
motherfucker.
law
That's crazy. I'm
enforcement
sorry
officer.
for that little boy.
Travis O'Brien and a 14-year-old girl are accused of opening fire on cops during a 30-minute shootout.
Gunshot fired. Everybody
They trying to get
They were
sympathy for
coming
that
out to kill cops.
little.
The 12-year-old did not speak during today's hearing, at which the judge referred to him as Mr. O'Brien.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien.
Cops say the boy and the girl ran away from a home for troubled youth. They broke into a house and found 2 shotguns, an AK-47, and a handgun. When cops arrived, the girl reportedly said to the boy, "I'm going to roll this down like GTA," referring to the violent video game Grand Theft Auto.
Really? That's what y'all gonna blame
Shooting
it
out
on?
the rear window toward my direction.
Wow.
Deputies ducked for cover behind trees.
They just the window in the back. Stand by. Female has a shotgun in her hand. Stand by. Put the guns down now! She's got the AK and a shotgun. She's wrapping around the top of her neck.
Then came the stunning realization that they were being fired upon by children.
Hey guys, just hold behind hard cover. Let's not shoot these kids, man. Let's just hold on. Take our time.
10-4, they're shooting at me. She's re-racking around inside the shotgun.
Let's not engage them anymore. Let's not challenge them. Just hold behind hard cover. We're just going to hang out here.
You can hear one officer praying it doesn't end badly.
Don't let me do this. Don't do this.
You can hear the restraint of the deputies pleading not to have to use their guns.
Cops say the girl, seen in this photo given to the news media by her father, was shot and wounded when she refused orders to drop the shotgun and opened fire from behind a parked car.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, at least 10 holes.
30 seconds later, young Travis O'Brien came out of the house with his hands raised.
They shot through the bedroom window, shot from the garage door. I mean, this is like Bonnie and Clyde.
Now these juvenile Bonnie and Clyde desperados have to face the music.
You're also charged with attempted first-degree murder of a law enforcement officer.
How about that, Frank? None.
That was great. That was great.
Great. Great.
That's how they do it. That's
wow.
They was drumming up sympathy for the little dudes and the broad, though. That's all that was.
But where was the lawyer at with him being arraigned? Ain't no public defender.
He didn't say
You know what I'm
nothing
saying?
anyway. They say they just showed put the picture out there so he can be
sympathize with
drum that pity up. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
that's it.
They're trying to
That's
influence
it.
the jury pool.
That's it, man. That's why the motherfucker said it was a picture given to him by her father. Generally, motherfuckers ain't gonna even ask for no juveniles. They talk about we can't release their names because juveniles and yada 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 and all that shit.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying their face should be blurred out and stuff. So it's like wow. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's one of the things, man.
Nah, but this was the cold shit. Is the newscaster said that they were showing that the district attorney decided to show his face because of the seriousness of the crime. But mind you, nobody shot, right? But the girl, right?
Right.
Ain't nobody,
nobody,
right?
Right.
Nobody, ain't no police laid out in critical condition. None of that shit, right? So basically, what you're gonna get is you're a juvenile escape from fucking, custody or whatever and shit, right? A burglary, and then
attempted assault on police with a firearm.
Right, attempted assault on police. That's it. All that attempt murder shit, right? Well, that's none of that shit.
They ain't gonna do that shit. Yeah.
Lesser included charges.
So what that means? Lesser included.
Still
charges.
with all that. Still with all that
means,
coming under attack of a juvenile though. He ain't gonna be trying under an adult for none of that bullshit.
Right. So the
how
lesser
serious can it
included
be?
charges means that it's a set of facts that happen. And the set of facts can fit this crime or they can fit this littler crime. So the jury is kind of given that option. Like, we trying them for the attempt murder, right? Which is basically shooting a gun at the police with the intent to kill them. But however, if you don't find that no specific intent, you can find for the lesser included charge, which would be the attempted assault on a police officer.
Yeah.
with the use of a firearm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
5
But
years
even
shit.
like I said, but still,
5 years shit.
all that shit they just gonna be
But
charged
my
as a kid
point,
anyway.
yeah, my point.
So them motherfuckers ain't gonna get no hard ass sentences for none of that shit.
Right. That they wasn't putting this kid's picture up here because you trying to show the face of desperados, young, desperate, violent motherfuckers, fucking asshole runaway kids and shit. No, you put that picture up there because you want all the fucking suburban soccer moms to be like, oh, but he's so cute, he's so little.
And you said they changed the jewelry pool, homie. Period. Point blank.
Exactly.
That's all. That's it.
Wow.
They think they slick, but niggas are smarter than that, though.
Well,
You know what I'm
thank
saying?
you for the
Yeah,
insight.
they don't
because-
give us that kind of shit. They put Latasha Harlan up there like she was the motherfucking perpetrator.
Right.
You know, had her with with pigtails and the hoodie, looking all dark and dank. I don't even know what the fuck they got that picture from, right? Because little girl had never been to jail or nothing, but they damn sure made her look like she had been in there fucking robbing motherfucking Korean fucking grocery markets and shit for her 13 fucking years.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they can get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
For real, though.
Yeah.
For real, though.
You know, and that when you just said that, right? That took me back to the little boy, the little 6-year-old boy, right? Like he didn't steal nothing. He didn't do nothing. He was innocently playing outside. It was his property. He happened to lay down on somebody's grass, right? So where in these two incidents, right? You know, it's the one thing where it's just like, okay, well, it's they being kind of light on these messed up situations. And do everybody get a fair shake when you are a different tone, in our tones, so it's like, wow. And the one thing, even on the video, the daddy was, when he said it was the father, he was standing up there with like his phone, like, I don't know what was going on, what made him do that. And I'm like, man, this dude wouldn't even live in my neighborhood no more. He couldn't even walk out the front of the jail. That is attempted murder on a juvenile. And yeah, I don't know, man. And like I said, man, I took a ride today, man, because it affected me in a whole different way. It's like, what are we actually fighting for? And can we get any justice? You know what I'm saying? Despite, what the news want to put out there, or whatever. Where are we really at? You know what I'm saying? Do we have a leg to stand on? Are we just being hunted every day? So I don't know.
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what
Man. You know what I mean? It's just a shame that this day and age, man, coming from where we came from, we still in a situation where, it's always us against somebody, goddamn
it. And that's why I said, where's all the leaders at now? You know what I'm saying? Where's
Well, after killing so many of them, motherfuckers are scared to step up.
Yeah, but the thing
after they kill anybody that would have jumped to the forefront of frame anybody's organization that's trying to uplift people, you got niggas kind of timid. Motherfuckers is figuring out better ways, but that's what they need to do, though. Figure out, man, fuck that. Funnel the motherfucking money in the hood so we can make the right choices and get educated through, properly through our folks. So we can make bigger and better choices, man, make better people. Motherfuckers, they shucking and jiving with all these millions and trillions of dollars that they making, man. That shit's crazy.
But just like Nick Mo said, it's just the end of times, though, man. Like we all,
Of what time?
are we living
exactly
of this whole time
of all
right?
times, like get hit by a comet or something.
Biblically.
I wonder if that's how the dinosaurs felt.
Because
like when they see the motherfucking thing coming, I wonder if they looked at it like, oh shit, really?
You know what I'm saying? Because
damn.
We get all the signs, man, to not to get all religified and everything, right? But the thing is, it actually weighs heavy in your mind, man. Like whatever we do or whatever we say, you know what I'm saying? We just come to realize it right in front of us. It's like we're not safe. Like
it's our version of a fallen empire, bro. That's all. It's been happening throughout time since time was time. Nigga, Rome fell. Fucking the Nazis fell. Fucking they all fall. This is the end of ours. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and at the same time, man, just like even before that, you know, y'all opened up my mind. You know, just talking to y'all every day. Then I started seeing recently these like all these they're actually telling the stories of all these massacres that happened that we kind of know a little bit about. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about from Rosewood to Tulsa to all these communities of African Americans that actually built up and had their own self-sustainable banks, dry cleanings, stuff like that, and they actually came in the hood because they was jealous of their life. They actually like knocked them off, you know, because like I said, that wouldn't have happened to in a to this little 6-year-old boy in, you know what I'm saying, a community of our people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be brown or black, you know what I'm saying? Mexicans or what, they would have, everybody uncle would have been outside, the whole mamas would have been there, you know what I'm saying? Everybody cousins or whatever, or all the little dudes, the little Thundercats out there would have got that dude. Right?
Yep.
I know it's not right, but you know, if in an
It is
urban
what it is.
setting, what would it be? Did they move to, you know what I'm saying, white picket fence areas? So I don't know actually where it was. I didn't get that part because, like I said, you know what I'm saying, it's just one of those things. But I don't know why I just felt a little bit more. It kind of weighed on my mind, man. Like really, like it really weighed on me. You know, like all this destruction, Frank. But like you said, oh, then the other thing too was like I didn't get to get it in on Thursday, right? They actually trying to sign a bill somewhere in some school district where they don't want to teach about slavery. You know what I'm saying? Or,
Yeah,
Of
that was
course
the
they don't.
conversation. I forgot where it is. They actually passed some legislation or school board. It was somewhere where they cannot teach that America is fundamentally racist, and so any curriculum that would have that underlying foundational idea is not to be taught or not to be focused on, right? So I think that they probably can mention slavery, Jim Crow, shit like that as I might be misquoting it, but I think what it was saying is they can mention those as historical benchmarks, right? So they're time stamps, right? So we'll at the time of slavery, and then keep it pushing, right? Like not talking about all the horrific shit that happened during, you know, that particular time, or during the Jim Crow era, or during the Civil Rights era, or you know what I'm saying?
oh,
So it's basically it. You know, when I heard about it, I thought about you because I was like, these motherfuckers is trying to speak us out of existence.
yeah,
They really trying to erase our history.
Right.
yeah,
The last 4 years of Trumpism and America's reckoning with itself, right? And what I mean by that is, you know, some white people coming to terms with, you just feel this way, motherfucker. That's just what it is, right? And you unapologetic about it. You tired of being apologetic about feeling that niggas ain't as good as you. So now you know, for the last 4 years, you kind of been galvanized, you know what I'm saying, by all the Trump shit, right? And all the fucking vocality and shit coming from the Republican side of the game. And so as soon as Trump was out of office, you saw a whole bunch of shit going on that was blatant slaps in the face to niggas. And basically it's like these motherfuckers telling other white folks, fuck your niggers and fuck you if you don't fucking like it. Because you got voter repression and suppression, right? All the various different, redistricting, rezoning voter lines and all that different kind of shit. You got all the absentee shit, you know, the whole fucking revamping of the fucking absentee voter system and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like in order to put an absentee ballot in, you got to be there.
Yeah.
Pretty much. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you got all these various different identification types, qualifying things, this, that, and the third. But bitch, this was because I live over here, but I ain't there. You know what I'm saying? That's what the absentee ballot is about. A mail-in ballot, same fucking thing.
Yeah.
So you got all that kind of shit. You got the gun law shit that Shell was talking about. Because when you come down to it, it was a trip. I was in the Smith's Food King, waiting on the checkout, the self-check. And it was a white lady, probably about 35, had on sweatpants, a tank top, and flip-flops, right? And had her little fucking clip-on holster with a little mini Glock, you know what I'm saying, a little 17. You know what I'm saying? And that bitch was prominent right there. And I was like, well, you obviously ain't law enforcement. You look like you ready to go buy some speed.
Yeah.
But, you know, fuck a concealed carry. Her shit was, you know, prominently displayed on her fucking hip. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, how many black women, right, from the hood would just get it in their mind that, you know what, I can have a burner. I just got to go fill out the paperwork, right? I ain't trying to carry concealed. I can put my shit on the hip, right? Like you don't have to have no CCW to have your shit on the hip.
On your hip.
You feel
exactly.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, long as the clip not in, all that. Yeah, but
right. But how many women, how many black women would, even if they knew that, would be like, well, shit, I'm going to give me a motherfucking burner. Like we talk about it all the time, right?
I don't know many.
How many once they went and got? Look, I know at least 2 girls in the ghetto in Atlanta that have pistol endorsements, guard cars with pistol endorsements, and they both got pistols. And I ain't never seen neither one of them with the pistol. Right. I'm like, shit, I got my endorsement. My shit is body strapped in the seat belt on the passenger seat. Nigga, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? People don't really think about that. So my point is that that kind of law was kind of designed to miss us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Kind of galvanize another particular portion of the population. You know what I'm saying? And kind of put us again, you know, at the fuck you end of the stick. And then now you got, you know, again, you know, we had a whole George Floyd stuff, right? That ended in what should have been, you know, some victorious shit, right? You know, we had, you know, different legislation and shit that came out of it. And, you know, the boy got found guilty, whatever, this, that, and the third. All throughout the whole protest, trial, sentencing, and even up to right now, police is like, so what? We still killing you niggas.
Exactly.
Protest all the fuck you want. We still killing you niggas.
Yeah.
And now you got this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, you know, to me, it's just always kind of like the GOP is, you know, tired of being nice. Yeah. They don't think of us as being an economic force. They don't count on us in terms of voting numbers, right? Mm-hmm. So for what purpose is it that the GOP would be interested in forwarding any kind of legislation that would be beneficial to blacks? I mean, mind you, even with the Democrats, right? They only do shit for us because they need our votes. They don't give a shit about us. I mean, there are some.
Yeah.
But just as a whole, right, when you're talking about, you know, moving forward your shit, your fraternity, your sorority, you know what I'm saying? Your people, whatever that is and shit, and you maneuvered yourself into political power to be able to do some shit. Why would you be thinking about some other motherfuckers? I mean, let me just put it just even more plain than that, right? So we niggas, and we've been going through the struggle, right? All of a sudden, you know, niggas is doing good, right? And we in political position to be, you know, moving some shit. And Nick and Frank, each one of you guys end up being some city councilman, congressman, or some shit like that, right? Now, you got your whole neighborhood and Auntie Luana and Auntie May, you know what I'm saying, on your head telling you about issues that need to be dealt with in the black community. And then you got your Hispanic constituency, you know what I'm saying, that comes to the city council meetings and stands at the podium and says their shit. Now, who the fuck you helping? Fucking right. Feel what I'm saying? So why are we feeling some kind of way when they feeling the same shit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These white people, they ain't giving a fuck about us like that. They only care about us when they need us to defeat the other white people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when I say white people, I'm just saying that in terms of mainstream political society. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we don't really move shit. We got a whole congressional black caucus. You don't never hear they
Shit
do
about 'em.
shit, but they do shit, right? They
Yeah,
actually accomplish shit, but it just be shit that you ain't never gonna really hear about unless it becomes specific to you. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But in terms of some major shit, you know what I'm saying? We taking a definite stand. Like Republicans in the Senate took a cold stance on the whole world, man. Them motherfuckers said, look, we seen the same shit that y'all lying eyes seen on fucking January 6th. But guess what? We don't give a fuck. We did that. Shut the fuck up. We tired of you motherfuckers complaining about everything. We fixing to do some more shit. So first off, we gonna let everybody off the hook on this one right here, right?
Yeah.
Fuck a second impeachment, investigation, any of that. Man, fuck y'all, right? In the face of everything, I'm saying, like, I seen the same shit on videotape that y'all seen, right? Did y'all see that shit? Like, you motherfuckers was looking for the very motherfuckers that said we need to move past this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Great big fuck you, man, to the other side.
Right.
Yeah. So and
Like
that goes
we got just enough motherfuckers on our side in the Senate, even though y'all guys control the Senate by one vote, right? Which is the fucking vice president. Really 3 votes. But y'all need 10 votes to move shit.
Right. Good luck with getting no. Right. Right.
Like, that's
Good luck with
crazy,
getting no.
man. That's crazy.
So like
this
even
is where we
like
are, man.
so look, like even going back, right? Because we're no longer ignorant to the facts, right? That if you abolish the thing about talk about teaching slavery in school, so everything that represented the Confederate flag, you know, all of these things, right, needs to be abolished too. It needs to be it needs to be suppressed, right? Because when you see the flag, right, you think about slavery. You think about that generally elite battle flag. They got a whole bunch of different the same bars and stripes, but different colors, right? That particular one needs to get a bill passed where it needs to take out. Now, it was all in the rotunda or whatever you want to call it, wherever that shit was, right? Now, when people see that, so they say, did we win the battle when they didn't really win the battle? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a part of all the history of slavery, Jim Crow Act, all the rest of that stuff. So do we go after that too? Or is that
I
still
guess they figure
representation?
losers need a jersey too, huh?
You know what I'm saying? So that's just like I was telling somebody the other day. I said the flag that y'all really should be scared of is the circles and the bars and stripes. Because that's the real Confederate issue flag of the Confederate, not the generally battle flag. So what do you do with that? That's the ones when they had that stick on the back, you know they part of that social club. Because all it was is a social club. You know, so you know, but it has a far different meaning when you actually try to put up all the trials and tribulations and turmoil that went behind that got us with a trauma bond. So you're gonna say we can't teach people about the actual act that suppresses that got people hung from trees and all the rest of that shit. So
I
you
mean,
still
we
gonna have a
can, but they ain't
representation.
trying to hear that shit.
That's the whole thing. But that was the leading, what you want to say, battle cry for frustrations, right? When they ran up in that spot, that was a battle cry. Said we losing our foothold on things, and we got to put everybody back in order because we really control all this stuff. And like you said, you're absolutely right, Matt. They really don't. They looking at the numbers, man. If we could lessen the numbers of the ones that's going to get us to get on that thing and say, okay, we're going to help you out this fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? With all this not passing no laws and stuff to actually protect us, just like Frank got that book, right?
Yes,
Keep on
sir.
praising that book, right? Because that is the only way.
Look at me. Hold on. I got it. Goddamn it.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way that we're gonna get out of our ignorant stages and actually get the information that we know how to govern ourselves.
They
Because
cannot.
that's
The
what it's coming.
rights in this book. We have to understand the words in this book and fight with the words in this book. They cannot take these right here.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's been for years. And like, who actually? Because that little boy, man, he should have had the. I forgot the dude name that stand up for all the families that get victimized by these things that happen in the whole community thing. You know what I'm saying? When somebody actually dies and stacked up in somebody marked, that little boy should still have that same legal representation. You know what I'm saying? They got, like you said, Frank, earlier, it got to be some legislation that's passed so we still can protect the kids.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
really got to
Because
get off into. Really got to get off into strategically putting them dollars behind politicians that literally care about kids, literally care about people, literally care about lives.
yeah,
Got to dig into who up there, man. It's
like you
it's a
said,
lot of little bit. It's a whole lot of little bitty shit that we can be doing that would cause a great movement forward, especially us as black people. It don't even take much, just a little research, a little insight into what's going on in your neighborhood, your local politics, and then you'll best know where you can, where your power lies, man. Because we do a lot of complaining, and we talk to bring awareness to a situation and make sure that everybody out there know what's going on, you know, in other parts of the country, especially with our folks, or just the blatant, you know, uh, uh, outlandish shit that other folks do, you know, that we may have to keep our eye about, you know, because we all about our folks. So, I mean, and in the same token, though, we really need to find, start being aware of the little local shit that's around us that's happening and how we can affect that. A lot of people they want to look past the little steps. And we can't afford as black people to look past the little steps. Because the little steps is all we can really, you know, control.
yeah.
So just gotta start taking that action, man. It's gonna take forever, but we start now. Forever ain't that far away. You know what I'm saying?
So K-Mac,
Yeah.
that great point, Frank. So K-Mac, would you call that 6-year-old ball, that situation with the 6-year-old kid a civil rights violation? As you know about this law stuff, could it be as a violation of his civil rights or a hate crime?
Yeah, you gotta find lawyers that's versed in the Constitution, man, and not just
Right.
laws,
Don't get me
just
to giving no fake legal advice and shit on this one.
right. I mean, because you know they have lawyers that actually specialize in the Constitution, not just in hot topics or slick words. You know what I'm saying? Or just you know.
What I would generally say is that you would have to prove that there was a specific racial animus, right, that was involved in the decision to carry out whatever the particular crime was. And in proving that racial animus, it's kind of hard to go back to just the incident, right? So you can't just look at it and say, okay,
you got to go back so far to
this
really
dude is
prove
Asian
that.
and the kid was black. So you say, oh yeah, well shit, he only did it because he hate black kids. Well, no, you got to kind of show a pattern of that kind of behavior, right? That he exhibited a particular animosity towards this specific group of people, right? As demonstrated in the past. So I don't think that you would be able to do that. The other way to kind of get around it is to show that a person's civil rights were violated by a person while the violator was performing their duties under color of law.
Yeah, I like get kicked out.
Right. And that just means that your ass is an official officer of some governmental agency or another, or quasi I don't even think you can go with the administrative shit. I think you have to actually be somebody in a governmental as opposed to administrative position. So police chief, lawyer, CO, the motherfucker feeding you your food while you're in prison. Right, all that kind of
stuff.
Like the free staff people or the actual people.
Either one of them, as long as they were performing their official duty as has been designated by whatever the fucking government
job
entity
is. Right.
So free staff, hell yeah, free staff is getting sued. But, you know, matter of fact, you already know, nigga, they took the whole fucking nurses, the whole medical shit to court on the class action.
Oh yeah,
all that shit revamped. Nigga, they rewrote that whole shit.
Yeah, and the fucking
Then start charging nigga
shit too. Right.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Real shit. I didn't think about that though. If I didn't even think about that like that though. But yeah. But I mean, you know, we got, you know, again, we got to just start taking the steps, and the stuff that we are at all now, because we getting the information so fast, it's coming at us from so many different angles. It can be an overload, right? It can be an overload.
I don't even be having time to keep up. Like, talking about shit that I'm looking at right now.
You see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying though, and it's crazy because it can be such an overload, like the way that it comes. But we always got to remember that it's been there. We just seeing it more now because we can. You know what I'm saying? Like you and I, or even those who are even older than us, you know, feel that they have some wicked ass times in old past decades. Like all this shit's been happening, bro. Like we just know about it now. There's been shit in towns that nigga never heard that happen. You know what I'm saying? In terms of mass shootings and shit like that, because we didn't have the type of fucking access to it now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's always been there, bro. You can't be so oh wow, really about it. But it's a beautiful thing though, because now we are thinking more about making it better for the future so shit don't continue to happen. And I think that's what the beautiful thing about it is though. That is so much in our face we can actually get sick of the shit. You know what I'm saying? And do something about it.
Yeah, and I think that's the one part where, you know, like you just said, enough is enough, right? So what is us pressing these people or pushing a hard line? You know what I'm saying? Because we actually do have, you know, like even coming together, like I don't want to use the Million Man March, right? But actually coming.
I really think that, you know, when Ice Cube's playing for the black man was a crazy thing that was overlooked. Not that it was crazy. I just thought that it really should have got behind like nigga Jay-Z jumped in the NFL behind Colin Kaepernick, or so that he claimed. But you know what I'm saying? All these motherfuckers with all this big money jump behind all this bullshit. I think that shit, man, like that shit could have been a hellified start if it got the star power behind it, but all them punk ass get along ass motherfuckers, man. That's just crazy as fuck, man. Like, man, they already gave you the money, nigga. What you scared of? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because like you're right, like the Byron Allens. That's
whoever the fucks, man. I just think that shit should have been way more backed than it was by the fucking motherfuckers who claim to be his partners, nigga, and the motherfuckers with the money who claim to be black people. Period. Oprah, nigga, fucking Tyler Perry, all them bitch motherfuckers, man. They all should have been behind that shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't.
And that like ain't allegedly, nigga. I mean that shit.
So the thing is, right? You brought up a good point, Frank. Right? Because he could make a movie, say all the proceeds go
right, and everybody and their mama jump on that shit. But when it comes to some real shit, everybody act like they don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the part, right? Because you know, even if it's you know what I'm saying, under the radar, because there ain't no backdoor deals going on, right? Tyler Perry actually bought a whole giant whatever studio. I think they say it's bigger than fucking Universal City, right?
Dude, if everybody move, it ain't no need for under the radar, nigga. Them motherfuckers, the black people who are rich in this nation got enough money or power and money, man, to make shit happen. If they would
Yeah.
quit being such punk motherfuckers and make shit happen.
Yeah. If they actually, because it's a tax write-off after that, donate $100 million to whatever. So you got 8 people. That's you know what I'm saying? $100 million. That's $800 million. So
Bullshit.
close to
Like,
$1 billion just to get some
crazy.
stuff passed. What, like even with these things, right? Like a while ago, you know, I was putting on my little hat or whatever. You know, people really don't talk about their political affiliations like in public, right? Or who they Democrat or Republican, right? But the thing is, right, if they can make super PACs, why can our own community make a super PAC?
But we can. Niggas just don't do it. It's there
you know what
for
I'm
us to do. That's
Yeah.
what it's for.
You know what I'm saying? But like you said, without the fear of getting murked, like a Fred Hampton or whatever,
All
because you know what I'm saying?
It's way too many cameras now. Like,
Yeah.
like niggas
The
gotta
thing
quit
is,
being
right?
scared of that shit. Nigga, fuck
You
that.
know,
If you
and
do,
that's not
you
even
do.
like even in
But
the
this shit is
conversation,
crazy.
right? Because they don't even want you to be a visionary no more. You know what I'm saying? I think we borderline on visionaries just the way that we talk and how we carry ourselves, right? But it comes at a big toll because the cancel culture thing is really trying to be in existence. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for real though, right? And I was thinking about this. I said, God never made a man to be identified as a high value man or a high value female, right? So when you actually put it in there, so what is the high value that we actually see? You know what I'm saying? Do we see a high value of energy to put it out there to actually change our community and change the way that people think, right? Or do we go by the part where it's like it's people that could but they wouldn't, right? And
That's
that's a
what it
call.
is, though. That's
And
that's
that's a
all it
call.
is.
You
For
know, and I
whatever
don't think
reason.
I don't think people really talk about it. It's like we are able-bodied people. We are
With a lot of money,
able-bodied
most of
business.
the motherfuckers got a lot. Well, not most of us ain't got shit. But the motherfuckers that got a lot of money, they got a lot of money. They got enough
Yeah.
money for all of us. So basically,
Yeah.
most of us got a lot of money type shit. Nigga, y'all, man.
Yeah. And if they want to be philanthropists on a different level, or you can even be a solid partner without messing up your bread.
Niggas, if they combined all they dough, the only way they'd be able to stop us if they just didn't take it.
Yeah.
At that
Well,
point,
Trump,
what you gonna do?
but hey,
You know
Trump
what I'm
fixed
saying?
that.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
crazy
Trump
as
fixed
fuck,
that when
nigga.
he talked about he was going to sue the people that took their money back. He fixed that one. So like you even scared. He's like,
It's
yeah, where my
crazy,
bread at?
man.
They was like, you
Like you
didn't win,
niggas
so I need
already
my
got
bread
the
back.
dough. If you took all the dough that you own now and just fuck y'all, we doing our own thing and just leave them the fuck alone. Do you know how crushed? Man,
Yeah.
A lot of spending power.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Because
But
we can have
again, the thing about it is, and this is the trip. I was saying that, you know, the powers that be, quote unquote, they don't respect us economically, right? And it's not that we don't have spending power, right? It's that they know that our spending power can never be, or it hasn't up till now, except in very isolated circumstances, ever been focused spending, right? When everybody gets together and says, okay, look, this is what we're doing in order to affect a particular type of change in whatever social fucking situation you're trying to. But, you know, other people, not only do they know how to do that on a grassroots level, they take that shit and you know, they make it part of corporate culture. So, you know, remember before apartheid, before the whole apartheid shit, big business corporations, multinational corporations, they wasn't having nothing to say about how people ran their country, no social issues and no shit like that. Coke took a stand. Feel what I'm saying?
right.
Coke decided to make, they decided to make their company a person, right, with a particular set of feelings. You know what I'm saying? And then the ability to move some shit, because guess what? Man, we fund all kind of shit that you motherfuckers is talking about.
Right.
So yeah, okay, well, we don't need y'all to divest. If y'all want to see this $300 billion a year funneling through these various different cities in America, then we're gonna need y'all to divest your investments and shit over there. Stop doing business in South Africa.
Right.
Guess what? They did.
Right, motherfucker. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They did. They did that. Same thing with the whole idea of perestroika. You guys too young to remember that?
I am. Goddamn it.
Well, it was basically the falling of the USSR, right?
Oh yeah,
where the shit turned back to Russia.
Not the Berlin shit, right?
The Berlin was something different.
Okay, yeah, no.
But again, the Berlin shit, I could throw this in the same category because the smashing of the Berlin Wall, all of this shit, people think that these things were things that were kind of moved because the people themselves were out there protesting, pissed off about how things were. But what it was business. It was major corporations that came in and said it's bad for business to have this motherfucking wall up dividing a whole country. One we can do business with, the other we gotta fucking go through the government. Come the fuck on, man. We need to be trying to touch all the people. Fuck your government. So we gonna put some shit in a 10-year plan in motion. You know what I'm saying? Attack it from 8 different fronts. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the 10-year, what you got? Bulldozers knocking holes in that bitch. And with perestroika, that was the whole idea of, the whole, for my entire life, man, it was communists against the democracy shit, right? And the Red Scare and the communists was so bad because they want to, control everything. And you don't get to have your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Fear so we can use your money and your resources to fund this war.
And so, you cut off 2/3 of the motherfucking, you cut off 2/3 of the population of the earth. Just with Russia, with the USSR and China. Right? That you just decide you're not going to do business with them or whatever and shit, right? Or you're going to allow the business to be controlled by countries whose financial system is not a fucking capitalistic system. Like, everybody can't get it. Only the government can, or whoever the government says. So you're not going to allow that. And not only that, going to thwart that kind of government anyway. Them kind of dictatorships and, oligarchies and all that kind of bullshit. So what do? You throw money at the people. You throw shit at the people. The desire to have Jordache jeans. Imagine the fuck out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Jordache jeans brought in fucking perestroika. Or whatever, Guess jeans or one of the motherfuckers, right?
Right.
That's what the Russians wanted. That and McDonald's. That
what
and
they want.
Jeans, blue jeans, McDonald's, my nigga.
Just like
broke
they
up
say
a
your
whole
boy,
motherfucking economic system.
Just say like they say your boy in North Korea killed a nigga for some porn, some American porn and some other shit. I think it was rice or some shit. I was like, nigga, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, for real. But here's the thing, though. When you was talking about spending power, bro, the spending power is the lifeblood of the the economy. And like I said, if everybody, like, if just all of a sudden, like, I don't know how the motherfucker would like technically do it, but if motherfucker somehow got a telegram around to all black people who had anything or was worth anything about themselves to stop spending money on white people shit and start only buying and supporting black people shit, they probably all kill themselves.
But you know what?
I'm talking about every football player, every basketball player, every rapper. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about everybody. What would they do?
But what they actually said
what
that
would they do?
And that's the part, right? Because they would actually say that we've been outrageous with whatever this financial thing that we actually have. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
how you gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna give my money to you? You know what I'm saying?
Because they would actually say that you are actually protesting to the greater cause, everything else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they would try. They would actually fight back and say that you did irrational.
But what could you do? You know what I'm saying?
Nothing. That's your money.
You see what I'm saying? If just all of a sudden we put all our money out of your white banks and opened our own and just stop fucking with y'all.
But
what
the thing
would
is,
they do?
They would make a law to say that you couldn't do it.
Fuck they laws. We got all the money. what
They
would
will
you
make
do?
you.
We
They will
got our
make a
own
law saying
system. We got
that
our
you
own system. We brought our
impacting
lawyers.
the global
Okay.
economy.
How about we just go buy that law off the books? Because y'all need this money.
Oh yeah.
So we'll
Good luck.
negotiate.
1762.
How about
You know what I'm
that?
saying? But look, but right though, right? Because Byron Allen made that exact same case that we're not getting enough. What do they call it? Inclusion
Airplay
into
or yeah. Some camera
inclusion
time or some
into
shit.
that big businesses have. And we only get like 1% of even advertising in your whole thing. That
Which would
but you
matter
got
if we had our own shit. You know what I'm saying?
But then the thing is, right? Like on some real shit. Who tried to do that one time? Oh, the Weather Channel. He actually tried to do it. Said this is my shit, right?
But that's one person, one channel. If we all, I don't think you understand.
Now, Byron
at
Allen,
that
he
point,
owned way more than that.
Yeah, at that point,
Yeah.
whatever they got technically ain't gonna matter because we got all the money.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of it.
Yeah.
Then they'd have to come to the table.
Be...
Then we'd have to talk. Then it'd be about a treaty at that point. I bet you that. Not a law, nigga. Treaty.
Oh yeah.
I bet you that.
You know. Oh yeah, of course. But like who? Like it. But you're right, right? And the saying goes, who's in for it right now?
Man.
Who's willing to take the hit?
I just wish niggas thought logically. That's all.
Hey,
quit being scared. Fucking scary, bitch ass,
right?
crazy motherfuckers. Nigga, we hold the fucking power, man. We are the people.
You brought up a very, very targeted point, right? They'll give it up in a divorce, though.
Right, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Or to a trick at a strip club, though.
They'll give it up in a divorce. You know what I'm saying? For individual. You know what I'm saying?
That shit's crazy as fuck to me, bro.
So I talked up all my little what you call it time, man. All my little power time.
Yeah. You started to zap out. I got kicked off the whole shit at one point. What the fuck? I ain't even say nothing belligerent yet. We had 1:16, bro.
The hour and 16 minutes in, so shit. Anytime we get over 59 minutes,
they start acting a fool.
Nah, I'm gracious.
Oh yeah.
Trying to get to that hour of power. Everything else is great.
Oh, we get
what y'all want to say in closing?
What we do, man?
Before we run out.
All right, for me in closing, UNITY. Nah, for real though, we really got to start. We really got to start thinking logically about our situation, man, and local politics. I'm gonna keep preaching that until we start moving shit, man. We gotta start small. So let's start. You know what I'm saying? Small. Shit.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely right. You know, and I'm gonna say in closing this, man, that this was a little nice break from my building my mindset, and thank y'all for allowing me on this platform to speak my Nick-isms and all the rest of that stuff. So I'm just taking my little ride, man.
This what we got it for, bro.
Turn it up. You know what I'm saying? It for now on, man, have a greater vision on the possibilities when we come together and we can actually build from this point, because we actually, we're doing the things that change people's lives. And I have to fit into that zone now, man, going into the wisdom. So I'm willing and I'm ready to accept that part with God's guidance in the universe. We're going to get there, baby.
Hey, that's what we got the platform for, man, to make it better. If we can't, at least we gonna try, goddammit. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Well, in closing, I'll say that I think that we're gonna continue to have these scenarios where we be like, God damn, things is fucked up, or this particular event, is so shady, this, that, and the third. And we also gonna continue getting the fuck you end of the stick until we start moving something that is not just our mouths. You know what I'm saying? We talk that shit to ourselves, but to each other, but when it comes down to really getting out there and trying to make some shit happen, which starts at economic level, the economic grassroots level. If you don't get my money, you're gonna be having a whole different kind of conversation with me. But as long as you feel like you can get my money regardless, because I don't have no other choices, I don't trust the black business that gives me the same product or whatever, then these people are gonna keep on doing whatever the fuck they want to us, and we're gonna keep on taking it and talking shit. With that, like to say thank everybody for joining us on Facebook and YouTube Live. We made it to another hour of power. Like, share, subscribe. Go over to YouTube, give us a sub over there. Click the notification bell so you know when we go live. On my page, what I've been doing, as soon as we go live, I put the link on my Facebook page, on my news feed. So if you ever want to be in, click the link. I'll bring you in live. Get a chance to talk your shit right here with you.
We would love to have you.
Lastly, I'm going to send a shout out to my girl, Nick Mo.
Nick Mo's.
Holla at us, baby. The hell?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. We have been live at 5/7 Central from the PiranhaPond, and now we are